Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I know that it's been a while since I've posted. I do currently have so much time on my hands, so there's absolutely no reason for me not to be making videos. So here I go. God. First, I want to say I hope everybody's doing well. With the coronavirus, with everything that's going on, I want to thank all of our essential workers, whether you're a grocery store clerk, a social worker, a police officer, a doctor, a nurse, a construction worker, all of my essential people. I appreciate you more than anything in the world. And I hope that you're safe. I hope that your family is safe. And I just hope everyone is safe. Ugh. So here I go. As you can see from the description of this video, it is sensitive, it is raw, and it's as real as I can make it. I am going to talk to you guys about my mental health journey. So, when I was in about 1st or 2nd grade, my parents divorced. It happens. My dad remarried pretty fast. And him moving out of the house was pretty devastating for me. I was very attached to him at the time. He was my rock, my best friend. We did everything together. And for him to no longer live in the house was devastating. I ended up going to counseling in school. My parents looked for a way for me to have an outlet. And I was basically in counseling all the way from about 2nd grade until my senior year of high school, honestly. So their divorce took a really huge toll on me. And a couple of years later, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was in about the 4th grade when she was diagnosed. And I found out that she actually had it when I was in the 5th grade or 6th grade. All I remember is watching Dawsons Creek with her. This was when Dawsons Creek first started. And Buffy was also playing. And it was the night that Buffy had to kill Angel to close the mouth of some portal that had opened, and she admitted to me that she had breast cancer, and I was devastated. A little while later, of course, it went into remission, but when it came back everywhere. Brain, bones, everywhere. My mom's deterioration because of cancer killed me. And what killed me about it even more was the fact that my relationship with her was slightly broken. I was angry at her because of my dad, because she didn't make it work with him, because they belonged together and she didn't put in the necessary effort. I know it's wrong to blame her. I miss her dearly, and there's a lot of things that I've said to her that I wish that I can take back. But when I was 13 years old, I lost her forever. I ended up moving with my father to Queens from Brooklyn at the time, and my brother ended up moving with my grandmother. We do not have the same father, just the same mother. So I lost my mother, my brother, I moved far away from all of my family, and I moved in with my dad, who, yes, was my hero when I was a kid. Did everything with me. Built doll houses with me, made pillows for my dollhouse beds, helped to try to make clothes for my dolls, curtains for the dollhouse, everything you could think of. But suddenly he was gaining a teenager. He was gaining a rebellious teenager, and he was gaining that teenager on his own. I can't imagine what he went through with me, because I know that I was not an easy teenager at all. I don't think anyone's really an easy teenager. But when I was 13, after my mom passed, I started cutting. It's been about a year since I've stopped cutting. Maybe about a year and a half almost. December was a year. And it was hard. You know, when he first found out that I was cutting, him being the tough guy that he is, the tough dad that he is, he came to me with a knife and he said, if you're gonna kill yourself, do it the right way. You have to cut this way, not that way. And he knew that I was too much of a fucking chicken to want to kill myself at the time. But when I got older, I did want to die. And that's what's so sad, is that sometimes even now, I think to myself, I've lived all the life that I have in me, and I have nothing left to gain from this life. I just want it to be over. When I was 16 or 15, we started seeing a family therapist together, and he diagnosed me manic depressive. My father did not want to put me on pills because he had had a horrible experience himself, and he did not want me to go through that. Understandable. When I turned 18, I made the decision that I don't want to see anyone. I can deal with this myself. I'm fine. It wasn't until I was living on my own and I was in my, I want to say probably about early 20s. Maybe I was 20 to be exact. I was still cutting myself. I was still cutting myself. I was still hurting myself. I had nobody to talk to. I moved to Virginia for a year. I had an abusive ex that I was living with. Even he tried to help me stop. And nothing really helped. I continued on this path of self-destruction. When I was in my mid-20s, a doctor finally put me on Zoloft. I barely took it because I didn't like the way that it made me feel. When I was in my late 30s, my husband being in prison took such a bad effect on me that I almost lost my job. I would spend days in bed, just days, not able to do anything, not able to move, just wanting to sleep. I called my stepmom, who, thank God for her, but I called her hysterically crying, and she made the call for me. She called a friend who worked in a therapist office, who I love to death, and I'm so grateful for, and got me a great psychiatrist. He put me on the path to the right meds, which I've been on and off of them for the past 2 years. And some days are better than others. Some days I hate it. Some days I love it. Some days I just don't want to exist. I have been diagnosed with anxiety, bipolar disorder, and depression. It's not something that I'm proud of. The only thing that I'm proud of is the fact that I can sit here today and say it, and there's somebody out there watching right now that is suffering from the same thing, that has no guidance, and I just want to let you know that you aren't alone. I understand how you feel. I understand what it's like to want to end your life. And I understand what it's like to want to give up. But you're stronger than this. We're stronger than this. So, my journey isn't over. It's so far from over. but I'm just trying to get on the right path. I know that this video is short. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Please like, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm sorry that this video is so somber. I promise you I'm in a great mood. And I just hope that everybody has a great day. And I hope that everybody just stays safe in this situation especially. It's the reason why I had to get back on my meds, because my anxiety was like, whew, and I was not sleeping. So hopefully I'll be feeling better in a couple of weeks. Like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll be back on soon with the next video. Let me know what you want to see next.